Right, what is going everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and we are 14 weeks out of my first show of the season. So obviously at the weekend we weighed in 104.8 on Friday, Good, decent check-ins, some titrations down in food, cardio up to 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, post-workout. I'm doing about a 25 to 30 minute walk in the mornings, every morning fasted. And also some food reductions, I believe about 50 grams of carbs roughly, I'd imagine. I haven't calculated it, I just do what's on the sheets. So a couple of days in now, you'll be seeing on the screen as well a couple of clips from arms. Obviously the obligatory cable curl, as well as some behind the back curls and tricep pushdowns with the easy bar. Good thing my elbow pain has all but gone now, just a little bit tight and a little bit aggravated. It's not like completely gone, and it's not really a massive pain. It just feels like DOMS. It's not sharp, it's more of a dull ache, but that's mostly gone now. Good session. No pump shots to show you this time around. I trained with Sam today. Back to back is a good session. I'm going to keep those behind the back cable curls in. I'm also going to bring in, I'm doing like the Rapunzel curls, but I may do them seated and drive more down as opposed to driving outwards. I'll see which I prefer next week. And then depending on which I prefer will be the one I use moving forward, but I'm really enjoying that movement as a final exercise. How I do it is 2 on 2 off. So I do preach curls, spider curls, with dumbbells as a hammer curl. Oh, it is the best hammer curl variation I think I've ever used. Then 2 triceps, single arm cuff push downs and the easy bar press downs. Then back to biceps, in which I did the straight bar cable curl and finished with the behind the back away facing cable curl, which great, really enjoyed that. And then last 2 exercises were overhead cuff extension and the Rapunzel curl standing, which I'm going to try out seated next week. But overall, enjoying it. I felt good. Felt like I got a good pump on today. Things starting to kick in. Looking forward to legs tomorrow. Really going to take it there. I've got to train him by myself. It's going to go down. Got some PRs ready to be taken. All-time bests, or not all-time bests, but progressions on last week from the reset. I am so looking forward to it. Right, I'll catch you tomorrow for that. Right, today was leg day on the screen. You'll be seeing a few clips from the session. We've got hat squat, 250, so it was 5 20s per side and a 25 on the end for 8. From the front angle, front view, so you can actually see how I do it. I keep my elbows locked, driving up with my elbows as well as through with my legs obviously, and keep my knees straight, not letting them cave inwards. You see on the last rep it comes in a little bit, and then I really emphasize squeezing my glutes to keep them and straighten them out before I get the last rep up. That's 5 kilos up from last week, 5 kilos up from last week on the pendulum squat as well for 9 there. Really feeling comfortable on that one. You can see the reps continuous. I'm in my groove. I really get along with the pendulum squat. And then lastly, took an extra 10 kilos on the leg press top set, 410 for 13, I believe, on the screen in total, and followed by the leg day pump shots. You can see my quad stomp there. I haven't stomped the quad in a good while, so hopefully it looked good. Yeah, I think it did. But talking of looking good, we've got red velvet cake, cream of rice to try. The Perform one. I saw this in my gym and I thought it'd be rude not to try it, honestly. So I've got it whipped up here. You can see. It's only 60 grams, bit of a fake at this point, but I'm gonna give this a try, and then I'm gonna try it with the almond butter as well, because you know almond butter makes everything taste nicer. So just put myself down there, come back here, so hopefully I'm in shot for the taste test. It's good. It's a bit weak in terms of the flavouring. Doesn't taste loads like it, but it's quite nice. Like I said, almond butter makes everything taste nicer, so. It didn't fail to disappoint. You can literally put anything with almond butter and it tastes nice. So, alright, get this down me. Suffer with the leg DOMs tomorrow, and I'll catch you all for delts. Right, on the screen, I'm literally just getting off the treadmill now. You'll be seeing some clips from, there's the treadmill by the way, the walking pad down there. You'll be seeing some clips from today's shoulder day. We've got the dumbbell press top set, took a progression in load up to the 45s now. Gonna bring that back up. I'll be getting back to the 50s, fingers crossed, before my strength starts to wane. Of course, pressing strength, especially overhead pressing strength, is usually like the first to go. So we'll hold on to it as long as we can. Then a set on the prime press, feeling good, looking good. Again, progressing in terms of strength on that, on both my working sets. loaded as it is shown there, and then one with majority in the top range and a little bit in the mid range, and then some pull downs, the upper back pull downs. It'd be rude not to show them. My favourite way to load the rear delts. I really get along with that. It is hot, I am sweating, hay fever has had me in a chokehold today. I literally trying not to sneeze, trying not to with my throat through the whole session and the whole day basically. Following the exercises, you'll see the pump shots on the screen as well. But POA for the rest of the day is close all windows, hope for the best, try not to get hay fever to death, and then obviously work. Get in my office is like a sauna, get the work upstairs in my room to edit is like a sauna, but we make do and we make do. Rest day tomorrow, we say rest day, there's no rest for the wicked and non-training day. Get in there early, hit the cardio. I'll show you all the other stuff that I do when I go to the gym on the Wednesday before my refeed. And yeah, it's a refeed, so gonna eat big, get to bed early so it starts early. Right, catch you tomorrow. Right, so we weighed in at 104.4 this morning, so that's a 0.4 drop since Friday. High day going in today, about 3 meals down. I'll leave on the screen to start with a couple of accessories that I do on a Wednesday at the moment. Because it's my high day, I like to get in there and do an extra cardio day. I'm currently only doing 5 days, well 6 including this one today. And then Saturdays I don't do any like direct cardio, just my step intake for the day. That's another area of the prep we can escalate and titrate up expenditure with just that extra day. There's an extra 20 minutes there. I go to the gym fasted. I had to take some EAAs and hydration in a drink. So the only non-fasted is just the amino acids that are going in the system from drinking. Go in, I do standing calf raises there, 3 sets of 12. Then I hit 3 sets of 12 on decline ab crunches, and then 3 sets of 12 on the toe press, the analyst toe press. That's quite a nice machine to use. So what I do, you can see on the calf raises, I do up and up like that, long stretch, pause, rep, and then an exaggerated squeeze rep. That's just like a style of the calf raises that I like to do, kind of like the Jay Cutler style. I got that off of him, one of his posts. And then that top set of toe press, that's the most I've ever done on the toe press. It was a struggle, but all of them I pyramid up, so 3 sets ascending, starting off light and finishing heaviest, and then the abs I just do 3 sets of body weight with short rest times. I did my 20 minutes on the stairs. Today I had some tissue work done, just a hip release and a little bit of work on my quad, just helping out drilling with some content shoot. So I just went in, got my quad release, got that on film, and did some crack montages, which that was pretty better than the one we did there, to be fair. I was all cracked out, if I'm honest. Yeah, like I said, high day going in today. The high days remain the same. This is the 3rd week in a row running it on the Wednesday. The high day itself has stayed the same, but in each of the 3 weeks my base diet has decreased, so the actual refeed has increased just through the deficit in the rest of the week rather than the actual refeed itself. So today I believe it's a 185 carb increase and extra 12 grams of fat as well, roughly around 530 carb total. 3 meals in, got a call with Brad at 4 o'clock. It's currently 2:45. Shave day as well. I've done my front, my beard and 1 leg. So I just got to do my arms and the rest of my legs as well, and my back, and that'll be shaved up ready for tomorrow back day. See what we weigh in at in the morning. I'll catch you back for that, crack on with some work. Like I said, yeah, I'm looking forward to back day tomorrow. Right, we are back from the gym. Today was back day water session. That was on the screen. You'll be seeing a few clips. First being a single arm cuffed pull down, pull over, and then my top set of block pulls, followed by some pump shots, which are probably my best pump shots of prep from the behind anyway. As you can see, probably behind me, steam is going up into the air because I've got my post-workout meal on, which is 250 beef mince, cooked weight, a lot, 55 jasmine rice, raw weight, not so much, 100 grams of green beans for the fibers and micros, and then 20 grams of nuts, which I split 10-10 with cashew nuts and peanuts, which, yeah, they are 10-10. So, first exercise being the pull over. Doing a single arm, I don't connect well when I do dual arm movements with my back, hence why I had no back on stage. But doing this really got a nice mind to muscle connection, activate both lats in all aspects and portions, really getting a nice connection with that lower lat when I move on to my big drivers and meat potatoes, the compounds, because my back day consists of the pullover, 2 rows, a high pull, which like a single arm pull down like that, another row, a deadlift, and then a shrug. So 8 exercise back there, and another pull down, sorry, after the shrug. So I need exercise all together. When I pull, what I'm doing is I'm putting all my weight on the side that I'm pulling with, almost leaning with my lat into the movement to get that full stretch, not letting my shoulder, my traps elevate and shrug. When I get to the top, I think about not just rowing it down, I drive my elbow down and then into my side. As I get into my side, I squeeze and crunch down. So I reach up and I crunch down, wrap that lat around the spine like this. That's how I perform it, really like get through the full length of tension, range of motion, walk on to my second exercise feeling like I can't walk through the door with imaginary lat syndrome, which my lats are coming through, so maybe they will be real lat syndrome soon. And then meat and potatoes, heavy lifting, accuracy with some exercises, or all exercises, but some giving the welly. To put it plain and simply, like this block pull, 220 by 6, 10 kilos up from last week. I just could not be bothered putting on some 2.5s and taking a 5 kilo. So I took the big 10 kilo progression. I went straight to an extra plate, 5 plates aside. The most controlled, and I felt in my back and my erectors. And oh, sorry, there's another exercise following this being my barbell shrugs, which I just moved to my back day because it makes sense to finish pulling off the floor, take off a couple of plates, put it on the rack and shrug. What I do is I do 3 sets, pyramiding up with shrugs. On the final set, I'll do a double drop set, so 3 stages total. And then I'll pick up one of the plates either side that I've used, 20s, and just rep it out to failure, getting like a 15 to 20 there. But after you've done 3 back-to-back sets, that 40 kilos feels like a lot, and it really is a good and time-effective way to train your traps, especially as they got some stimulus through the rest of my upper back training. Like the deadlifts, where I get some nice trap work, lifting up 220 kilos. Some of my row movements when I'm squeezing and retracting my scapula, although the majority of my movements are thought about dropping down in that mag grip position, just driving with my mid to lower lats instead of letting my upper back take over, which has been the case and the reason why my lats have not grown until this growing phase, which 13 and a half weeks to go as of today to find out exactly how much we have grown and the difference that I've made. Before the back day stuff, I forgot to mention, we weighed in at 1.1 kilos up from last week, which is a big jump. From yesterday, with even bigger jump. The refeed really refed. I felt for it this morning as well. I woke up and I said to my mum, I feel full today. I know I'm going to be weighing a lot more. God, did it go through into the training. God, the pump was good. Oh my God, did I sweat today. So definitely feel like it's going to be a big drop tomorrow. Whether it is a big enough drop to take me to a new low, that is to be seen. I think maybe, it might be, because it was one hell of a session today. Got about 700 steps to make up my 8.7 daily average. Probably clocking about 9 daily average at the moment. So another 1,000 to make that up. I'll do that just walking up and down, really, if I'm honest. Yeah, pump shots on the screen, feeling my best from behind, tightening up, just need that lower back fat to go. And when that lower back fat goes, you really see what is there in terms of lats. Well, we've got that to see. Tomorrow, I am planning to film a full chest session, probably mic up as well, and maybe even do a walkthrough video as a supplementary video to this. We will see. I'll probably just do them as educational reels, and then also shorts on the channel, so stay subscribed for that. But yeah, group call at 7, early night's sleep. No other reason then I would have finished my meals and be absolutely starving. Wake up in the morning, an all-time low, fingers crossed. So next time, or the next thing you'll see will be me telling you what we weighed in at. I'll catch you for that. Oh, right. What is going on, everyone? We woke up at 104.8 kilos this morning, so match weight from last week, but took a big jump up and the refeed. Yeah, so up 1.1 kilos from the refeed, back down today to 104.8, so that's a 700 gram drop from yesterday. So it's balancing back out. Obviously matched my weight of last week, not quite my low of 104.5, but from that refeed, if I drop that in the day, it will continue to bounce forward, so it'll be a net positive, although just the way the check-ins line up, it means it was a match weight rather than a net drop from week to week. Check-in, you'll be seeing the check-ins on the screen anyway. I'm doing a bit of both here because it's also filming for the vlog. So hello, go check my vlog out if you're watching the chest video. If you're watching the vlog, this is the intro for the chest video. So looking tighter than last week, a bit fuller as well, so that's a sign to show that the refeed worked well. Although the scale weight stayed the same, the physique has improved this week. Like I said, we're going to jump in and train chest in about, well, it's 8 o'clock now, so about 3.5 hours. Get home, eat my meal 1, chill for a couple of hours, eat my meal 2, get ready and head out, warm up, and by the time we're ready to go, I'll be ready to go. So right, I am gonna get a power walk on, do a bit of work, catch up some messages while I do this, and I'll catch you a bit later on. So, you've seen on the screen a good compilation of my chest workout. What a session that was. I filmed it all mic'd up for the YouTube. What I will do is lay that out on Wednesday. What I just need to do, realistically, is just I've already edited it because I was excited to do it. I just want to put it up. Need to check that the mics. The gym was loud today. I mean, I love it, great atmosphere, but it's never usually that loud. And the one time I go into mic up, it was louder, but no complaints there. Test out how good my mic was, like I said at the start of the video. Sorry about my eyes. Hay fever is literally kicking my ass this week. It's been so bad, and it's so warm and humid. I have to live with all the windows closed just to not let any pollen inside the house. To my detriment, you can probably hear the fan. I would turn it off for your ears, but no, I'm way too hot for that. But yeah, I just see what the copyright says on it, see if I can reduce some of the background noise. I'm not too techie about that, especially not on free versions like iMovie, but I can chat GPT it and see if they have some quick fire ways for me to do that. Regardless, as I'm waffling on, you'll be seeing some of the pump shots. Very happy with the pump from this session. Very happy with the session as well in general. Up 2 or 3 reps on the pec deck, up 5 kilos on the hammer strength press, lost 1 rep. I'm going to take the full 160 next week and just see how we go. Take it for a spin. Up 5 kilos, lost 2 reps on the hammer strength Smith machine press. Run that again next week, get that back up to the 8-9 range again, and then got 10 reps on my back offset with an extra 5 kilos on again. It was the session of the biscuits. 2.5 kilos on every movement either side. Took an extra rep on the gym leco press as well. Found out the perfect place for me to press from as well in terms of seat setting, height. Felt like I looked relatively large in the close grip prime press, which felt good. And then finished off with one of my favourite movements, that Panetta decline fly. It's just, I get on really well with it. But that wraps up the session and the video. Just got my check-in feedback from Brad. I'll leave that for next week because there's been a fair few changes. Sad, more cardio, less food, but we will see how we get on. Going to actually get my Stairmasters in fasted now moving forward as well. Not having been told to, but that's a choice I'm going to make. Get that fast cardio done early in the day, and that means I can just give everything to the training session and not have to do cardio after, get home and get to bed and get to work. Sorry, just make more use of the fasted window, especially because of the lipolytics that are being used. It's just more feasibility to do so. I was doing my fasted morning walks anyway, but get my heart rate on direct cardio, higher on direct cardio, just makes more sense. So that's how I said I wasn't going to ramble on, I rambled on, but that is what's going to be going down next week. I'll catch you all tomorrow morning for that